Well, today I'm doing a review of a non-Ohana product. The last four videos that I've done have been on the Ohana Sopranino, a couple of sopranos, and then last week was the Vita Uke. There's been a ukulele on the market for a while, a line of ukuleles that I've been very interested in that I haven't been able to find locally. And that is Romero Creations, the tiny tenor, the excess soprano, the grand tenor, etc. So I've been looking at them, researching, listening to videos on the ukulele site, and I really had a desire to have an Alcoa model. What I did was I decided to buy the excess soprano. Been playing a lot of soprano lately. Didn't want to go with the tiny tenor yet, so I purchased it. So I wanted to, before I show you the uke, I wanted to show you the bag and really give you an idea size-wise how big it is, or really literally how small it is. So this is the bottom bag is the case for the excess soprano. The top bag is the bag for the Ohana Sopranino. So you can see why Pepe Romero calls this an excess soprano, extra small. It's the soprano scale in a smaller ukulele. And it really is. It's the whole design of this is to be something that is portable, easy to travel with, but it sounds great, plays great, just like a soprano. And here it is. So this is the all solid koa. He has a bunch of different models and came out with an even less expensive line at NAMM. So you can start with this size, and he's got them in the grand tenor and the tiny tenor, the satin finish, solid top, laminated back and size. This size will start at $205, and that's for the laminate back and sides and the solid spruce top. This is the solid koa. So you can see it's just beautifully figured. Really, really nice. Now I purchased this from the ukulele site, and Joel was kind enough, because they only had a couple of them in stock, to send me pictures so I could pick the one I wanted. I'd really liked the figuring on this one. That's why I bought this one. Let's take a look at it. This has the, as I said, solid koa, rosewood bridge. Now, this is interesting. Compensated saddle. This has the string through design. So the string goes through the bridge, you tie a knot and pull it, and just has really, really good tone. And honestly, it takes a little bit of getting used to string it. But if you go on YouTube, there's some really good videos about how to do it so you can get up the string and all that. So string through body, has a beautiful abalone rosette, rosewood bridge and fingerboard, abalone dots here. Does have the side dots. We know I need that. And it has sealed tuners that work great. And the Daniel Ho insignia there, because Daniel actually helped Pepe design this and the tiny tenor. Basically, he wanted something to be able to take with him and travel with. The tiny tenor is a tenor scale on a concert body. The excess is a soprano scale on really more of a sopranino body. So you'll notice that I did have strap pins put on. I do like to play standing up sometimes, and because this is a smaller body and shorter, the strap really helps me to be able to stand up and stabilize it. This was $549 from Hawaii Music Supply. And they have other ones that are cheaper. They have all mahogany, and they have spruce top, mahogany, spruce top, koa, etc., etc. So I just really like the sound of koa. And so I wanted to, I basically bit the bullet. So this was $549 plus $9 for the strap pins. And I did do the expedited setup, which is basically 5 days, and then they mail it to you. So my suggestion is, either way, but just want you to know that the couple of ukes that I've recently purchased from Hawaii Music Supply on the ukulele site, I did the expedited setup. It got here quicker, and they play fantastic. Now, the one thing that I've done to this is put on the Martin fluorocarbon strings. The reason for that is this normally comes with labella pros with a low G. And honestly, even though I have ukes that are strung low G, I did not like the sound of the strings or the low G on this particular instrument. So I took those off and put on the Martin fluorocarbons. I have some living water strings on order for this and for the Vita uke that I'll put on. They're actually in the mail right now, so when I get them, I'll put them on, and hoping to get a little bit more volume out of it. It is a smaller body, obviously, it has a wide bout, but it's not, you're not going to get the volume out of this that you get out of, say, the SK38 I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I really, really like this. This does have the wider nut, 1.5 inches. I like the smaller. It sits on my table next to my love seat, and I just pick it up all the time. I find that, I've got them all hanging on the wall, so they're close, but it's there. I pick it up all the time. I practice. I keep it on my love seat, so it's got good volume. It strums great. It finger picks very, very well too, I find. So the thing I always heard when I read reviews on the tiny tenor or the grand tenor or this were the way that it was crafted so meticulously. And I've got to tell you, when I got it, I opened the bag up, boy, no flaws. The quality control, now this is built in Vietnam. The quality control on that end at the factory is just tremendous. Obviously, Pepe wants to turn out a great product, and he's doing that. I mean, top to bottom, there's no imperfections. And I can't say that about too many manufacturers. So you've got a well-built ukulele. You have a unique, really groundbreaking design. And you've got still the soprano scale and a little bit wider fingerboard. Very comfortable to play. Good volume. thing, I've been working on Star-Spangled Banner, which plays, has some notes up on the 12th fret, and I was really amazed on how clear the notes were. It's got nice sustain, well designed. Christmas Time Is Here. Christmas Time Is Here goes up to the 9th fret. So in closing, Romero Creations, he's got a bunch of different models. Now I will add, I want to add that before I close the video, is there's been a couple of pictures, kind of a view of a bunch of ukes laying out, and somebody noticed that some of those ukes are not currently available, and that one of them looked like this in a concert scale, something a little bigger. So I think at NAMM, there's a possibility that Pepe may be coming out with even more additions to his creations line. So unique, definitely innovative. When Daniel Ho, I saw a video by Daniel, he said this is the one that he has with him literally all the time. I mean, look how little this gig bag is. So if you're going on the airline, this thing will fit in, you know, they have that little box so you can stick your luggage in to see if it's carry-on size. Easily will fit. He carries it all the time, plays it all the time. He said on the video he may be at a restaurant, he'll just break it out and practice for a while until his food comes. And so I can see that. This is easily a ukulele that you could take. I could take the Allegheny Ukes Array and play it the whole time and be comfortable. Just think soprano, a little more compact size, great tone, plays great strumming, finger picking, meticulous build. I really like it. Love the koa tone, and it's, you know, I've been playing it for a bit. It's just starting to open up. I can't imagine what it's going to sound like in a few months. Anyway, Romero Creations, XS Soprano, all koa. Check it out. See you next week.